Hello there, my name is gllty, and I'm going to be making a couple Makoto-centric videos for you guys. Since Street Fighter 4 has been out for a while, I'm going to primarily just focus on the advanced and technical aspects of Makoto. Just because I want to help bring her out of obscurity, have more people play her, and hopefully I won't have to argue with people that she's not bottom mid-tier, which seems to be a common enough thing. Anywho, the first thing I want to stress about just this character in general is that execution precedes your strategy, because without the ability to execute all of Makoto's tools at any given time, you're pretty much playing half-strong, half-character at all times. And that's not good. So this video series is going to cover a lot of different options for some specific situations. And that's going to be kind of that's the problem with Makoto, is you need to be aware of all these different situations, or else you're not really going to be able to, like, perform as well as you would be able to succeed if you could do that, and then I mess it up. Instant air sodagis, woo! See, I'm playing on this. I apologize. I usually play with a Kwanba, but this is kind of what I have to deal with for the moment because my Kwanba's missing. But anywho, I can't do it. I can do it, but oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. And then you see the range that, you know, obviously that covers. So you need all these different things with Makoto in order to succeed. And of course, the first technique I'm going to talk about is karakusa. I want to stress that this is simply just one technique that you want to begin developing early, because you're not going to be using it right away, but it will help you scrub bust, which is one of the bigger problems with Makoto. However, it will not suddenly turn you godlike overnight. It's a difficult thing. You have to do it in the first 4 frames of your forward light kick. And if you look at it, I'm actually like skipping inputs because I have to do it so fast. And I'm pretty much planking it too, just the forward light kick, and then I plank the other 2 buttons. And the reason you want to do it in the first place is because it takes away 2 options, which is press something or press nothing. Because unless it's one of those overhead moves, or a move like Rose's, what is it, close medium kick, where she has the little hop off the ground, where she's throw invulnerable, unless you're doing one of those things, then it's going to beat you, because, or a reversal, I mean, so, you know. And there's also universal movement options, such as jumping, you know, dashing, but that seems obvious enough. Okay, so, you don't really have airtight block strings with Makoto outside of just that. And that's your one airtight block string. So people are going to press their buttons, and they're not going to respect you, and they're going to DP a lot. And if you can hear them mashing, and it's a character without a DP, for example, or even if it is a character with a DP, you know, you don't respect that crap. Just do that. But it will, again, lose to those things. And so you need to condition them. However, the risk-reward is very high since you get an ultra off of it. Karakusa gains armor on frame 4, so anytime you're +1 or +2, you can use your frame advantage to hide your unarmored frames and blow through pretty much any non-aerial or invincible reversal, like I explained earlier. So after her stand light punch, stand medium punch, pierce feints, landing this, in that situation you're +2. So you want to do, whoops, not that. You don't want to do that. That's terrible. That's going to make you look stupid. You want to do that, or you're going to do that. We're going to pretend that hit. Anywho, so what happens is you're taking away their movement options. With this mix-up, it's a 50-50, or they can DP you, which sucks. But if, like, someone DPs you, of course you get Fuki EX Rush Punch, so it's pretty good. If you are aware of your options, then you're in control in that situation. So it also works after you're blocking, like some moves, like I'm going to show you. And I know Bisons will do other things, but just one example. And then you got to make them watch this short film, you know? So it's really good to be able to be capable of busting this out at any given moment. And it's really useful in your frame traps. This is actually how I practice it. Whoops. Okay, we're gonna pretend that I'm using a stick that I'm comfortable with, and then I'm hitting these combos. But So right there, you're practicing your 1 frame link, and then you do that, and then blah 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 blah. So you're practicing a couple different Makoto things, just doing this. But I'm on this thing, so forgive me. I'm sorry. And obviously the difficulty is that it requires very quick stick work. Let's see here. There's no normals that anyone can use that's faster than 3 frames, so anytime you're +2, it's a very good thing to just kind of throw out. And if they press anything, then it's essentially a death sentence for them. You have 1/15 of a second to actually pull this out, so you have to do it really quickly, but, you know, whenever you're doing this stuff... Whoop, not that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. Whenever you're doing that kind of stuff, it's very good, it's very effective, and it'll get people, and that'll rack up your stun fast, because that's what you want to do. You want to sell them a sleep number bed, you know? It's about racking up that stun, getting those resets, and making people feel stupid. Because the dumber that they feel, the more likely they're going to do some kind of panic move. There's a lot of moves, like Bison's EX Psycho Crusher. You can command grab him out of that. There's a lot of, like, really obscure situations where you want to know when is the right time to do that karakusa. And sometimes I even throw it out in normal, and like I said, it has been the deciding factor in tournament matches for me before, because I've just thrown that out, they've thrown a button out, and then I scooped them up, and it's really that important. But again, like, you don't want to over-rely on it, because people will DP you, and you're using meter for it, and that's not something you want, really. And people can also backdash and all these other things, which is, again, the difficulty of Makoto. You have to be able to do Fierce Feint Strong, you got to be able to do Short Charge Hayate. But, you know, there's a lot of alternatives, I guess, to this. You can do... this, if you know they're gonna hold up. Whoops. I'm terrible today. Woo, so bad. How's this? Come on, I blame the stick. Anywho, what this is supposed to do is, yeah, that. Oh my god, that is so bad. There we go. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. But yeah, you want to practice this as much as you can, as early on as you can, because it's one of the more obscure things about the character, where if you're able to just, like, throw it out like water, then people will get blown up by it. Well, that's most of what I have to say for karakusa. I hope that you liked the video. I'm sorry, it's kind of my first effort, so it's a little rough around the edges. If you like the video, I will, and you'd like to help me out, I'm going to have a donation link in my YouTube or something like that. But let me know if there's anything about Makoto you'd like to know that you'd like me to help you with, or Morgan, Dormammu, or Dr. Doom, and I can make a video about it. So I'm just going to practice my skill at making videos, and hopefully you guys find some use out of it. Well, thank you for your time. Take care. Beep.